So this is about programming Scala, the book I won at the raffle.
You won it because of the evil twin. I know you want another book.
That's a different book.
That's a different
one. There's another one in the pipeline.
You're gaming the raffle, or?
Yes. So this is about programming Scala by Dean Wampler and Alex Payne. And there's some good news and some bad news. The bad news is I didn't read the book.
Okay, but that's a 10 for honesty.
But bear with me. I consulted the book whenever I did some Scala, and there was an issue that I wanted to solve. There was some question I had. I looked it up in this book. And what I actually did is, there's another book with a quite similar title. It's called Programming in Scala. And it's written by Odersky, Venners and Spoon. And I always, when I had a problem, I looked it up in both books and compared what they had to offer in terms of explanation or help that I got from them. And there's another bit of bad news. You shouldn't buy this book.
Oh, okay.
Because it's outdated.
Okay.
So this is from 2008, I think, and it's about Scala 2.8. And the other thing is, there was a tweet yesterday, or I think the day before yesterday, by Dean Wampler, and he announced that they are starting work on the second edition of this book.
Okay.
And it's due to be published, I think, early next year. So you probably should wait. Lots of bad news. So, who's the target audience, or what is this book for? I think this book is for people who are just getting started with Scala, who probably have a background in Java or in a scripting language. And if you look at who the authors are, Alex Payne used to work at Twitter when he wrote this book, and Twitter, as you probably all know, did a migration from a Ruby stack to a almost pure Scala stack. This is why there's a chapter in it, if you have a Ruby background. There's an introduction and motivation why you would want to learn Scala. So this is, so it's very basic. It really takes you by your hand and tells you how to install a Scala runtime and all these things. And I think it's good at what it tries to do. It's outdated, that's why I don't recommend to buy it. But there's still some value in it, and that's the good news. If you're just getting started with Scala, I think the basic stuff hasn't changed much. So the basic syntax, things like that, and you still can get some value out of it. So I'm putting this back into the raffle today. So if somebody wins, and some of you is really getting, really just about to start doing Scala, this might be still valuable and a useful resource. I think that's about it I had to say. There's one little thing that I found, I didn't like about this book is that there's no chapter. This was something I had to look up. I have to look up all the time. It's a symbolic syntax for maps. How do you put a thing into a map in Scala? I don't do Scala on an everyday basis. And there's the symbolic syntax with plus. I never can remember. Is it plus colon or something, or colon plus, or just a plus? So I always have to look this up. And I tried to look this up in this book, and I didn't manage to, because there's no chapter on data structures in this book. Like basic collections, if you would call them in Java or something like that. So this is maybe an omission they will fix in the next edition of this book. And it's probably due to the fact that it's written for people who come from a more object-oriented background, and everything is a type there, and you don't have data structures don't matter that much as they do maybe in function programming. So, but still, it's a good book if you're getting started, and if you win it today, and you might still get some value out of it. Thank you.